I have been noticing in myself specifically, this is the reason I am going to be talking about this subject today, that I have been living in this weird mojo of thinking that I am less than, feeling depressed, feeling stuck to a job that I really, really disliked, holding on to it for some reason, the pain behind it, and kind of really connecting myself to that. Instead of standing in my own greatness, realizing I'm an individual that gets to do whatever the hell I want, and understanding that every single person on earth is different, and every single person on earth has something magical to give, right? So in order to overcome this, it's not an easy thing. We all have our own BS, and I really know some of the mean things that I tell myself, or some of the mean things that I know other people tell themselves, really stem from a lot of fear deep down inside, and they really stem from that mentality of being a little bit chicken shit. Too scared to step into your power, too scared to step into the greatness that is possible in the life that we want to live. So a lot of people will look at others, perhaps celebrities, or maybe people that are really successful in business, or people that have done something that we want to do, and feel jealous, feel angry, feel hatred, feel, a little bit of envy, or just comparison, competitive, all of those things, right? And it really, and show some love, some likes, some hearts, because I know that I'm not alone in this. I am the most competitive person. Well, not the most competitive person that I've met, but I have my own competitive spirit. And at times being competitive is great, and it allows you to push yourself into goals that you want to achieve. But I think that you need to really understand when to harness it, when to use it, and actually use it for good and not for, the purpose of wishing someone else harm or wishing someone else to not do as well or whatever. And I think that sometimes is where my mind goes, if I'm being completely honest and transparent, which is what I want to do with always. So I noticed that I was getting into this chicken shit syndrome. I've been scared to do the things I need to do in order to break out and be the person I want to be. I've been making excuses for things that I should accomplish that are super basic, so simple, making excuses as to why I don't need to do them. And ultimately, it's causing me my own sort of like weird little darkness of depression, right? We've all been there. Some people are naturally a little more gifted or fortunate to have a sunny side up, cheerful disposition at all times. I can tell you it takes a lot of work to be that person. It takes a lot of reprogramming, especially if you come from a place where that wasn't the norm, and it's not your natural instinct to always look on the positive. It's very, very easy to fall into the trap of negativity. It's very easy when shit starts hitting the fan that you jump right in and you join the gossip, right? Or you hop ships and, something maybe wasn't easy where you were originally at, but you think it's going to be easier somewhere else, so you leave and you go do it there. Or you think, I did this for 10 minutes and it's not working, so it must be whatever, right? Who's been there? Who's done it? I've done it. I know I've done it. I've done it numerous times, all throughout my life. And this is more than just me being a business owner now, talking to you from that, chair. This is me talking to you from a lifetime of lots of different changes. A lifetime of going into, debt to learn different careers. A lifetime of trying things, not liking it, feeling disappointed like a failure in myself because why didn't you like it? It should have been something you liked. You loved it at one moment that you went to school for it, right? So why is it not something you want to do? Into now you're doing this and do you really like it? Do you not like it? What about... Stop. I'm going to read you something after I read through the 3 symptoms of the chicken shit syndrome, because I think we all have it. I think it's something that so many people can relate to, and you don't have to like it, you don't have to love it. I'm being completely raw and honest with you here, because I think that a lot of times you see me take these selfies and you're like, oh, she's got it all put together. She's lost 120 pounds. Look at that. Look at her food. She's perfect. Blah, blah, blah. No. Like, F no. Not perfect, not even close. Struggled pretty much all of 2017 to find a groove and figure out a freaking nutrition plan that I'm going to stick to. And I'm a coach who helps people with their nutrition, so that was like, what the hell are you doing? Secondly, had a lot of self-doubt and complete freak out moments thinking, what did you just do? You quit your career to do something that may or may not work. I'm going to tell you, every single day is going to be a battle, but you have the power to choose which path you take from the minute you wake up and your feet hit the carpet, okay? So the 3 symptoms that we have that really signify that we have the chicken shit syndrome are, first one, we play it safe. Everybody does this. Everybody does this. Scroll your Facebook feed and see how many people, post those, I'm going to tag 30 girls and don't be offended if I didn't tag you. I feel beautiful. We want to be accepted. We want to feel love. We want to show a highlight reel because it takes the pressure off of what's actually happening in our life, right? So we play it safe. We share. Maybe you only share stuff about your kids. You never post about yourself. Maybe you only share pictures of your dog or your food because really you're getting fatter and you shouldn't be, right? Right. So play it safe. Second, we complain about our life. Who else is guilty of this? If this person would just do what they're supposed to do, this would all work. If that person would actually do their workouts, they would have results, blah, 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 right? I'm guilty of it all the time. It's a choice every single day. Do I choose to look at it through the kaleidoscope lens and see the rainbows and the unicorns and think this is beautiful? You should because it is. Or do I choose to see it through that shaded, dark, nasty lens that's a little dusty, that is really not always beautiful and can be really harsh? That is the path you should not take. So again, when you wake up, your feet hit the floor, you have the choice. We play it safe, we complain about our lives. The last thing that we do, we envy and compete with others. If you are worried about what your neighbor is doing or not doing, what they have that you don't have, what they've accomplished that you have not yet accomplished, you're wasting your life. Your time right here, right now, and you're watching this video, and maybe you could think that's wasting your life, but I hope that this is helpful to you, and I hope that this is valuable, because this can change how you think. If you waste your time envying, competing, looking down on others, feeling down about yourself because of what you see others do, any of that is completely taking away the precious moments that you have in your day. We have right now. Yesterday, don't worry about it because it's done. You can't change anything about that, so why put any energy into it, right? And tomorrow, you have to deal with when it comes. So if you can focus right now on just what's happening to you today and how you choose to look at it through your kaleidoscope lens, your unicorn glasses, if you will, then you're going to have more joy. And when you have more joy, it lights your heart up and you ultimately have a better day. There's no way around it. But here's the other part. It's not up to anyone else. It's not anyone else's job to create that for you. You have to create that for yourself. And it's tough. It's so hard when you realize you are in complete control of everything that you ever want. You can control how much money you make. You can control how happy you feel, how much you weigh, how much you know what it is your knowledge level is. All of these things. Everyone thinks they have to, invest in such big programs or invest in college and go to a fancy university, get this big ass degree. No. Rethink how you look at the world. Rethink how you educate yourself. Continue to grow your mind. The more you grow your mind, the easier it is to hit the floor every morning with the kaleidoscope lens to your eyes. So much easier. But you have to have that in you. You have to have learned it somewhere. You have to take the actual leap into educating yourself, and you literally can go to the library and get a book, read it, soak up what it's telling you. So if you're already a person who likes to read books, but you're stuck sitting and reading those romance novels, throw in a personal development book. Go get You Are a Badass, or go get, something that's going to lift you up. And trust me, it sounds, like, oh, I don't need that. I'm not a badass, or I already know I'm pretty cool, or whatever. Don't look at it that way. Have an open freaking heart, because you're going to need it, and it's going to help you. Help you. I would not sit here talking about my chicken shit syndrome in front of God knows who on this video if I had not developed myself personally, developed my mind, developed my confidence. That didn't come because I lost 120 pounds. Not even close. It came because I started to read books, and I started to learn, and then I started to talk about that stuff. And then it just became this action that I took every single day. And eventually, at the beginning, I was kind of a little wobbly, faking it a little bit just to see how many people would actually like it, what would happen from it, all of that, if it was useful. And it turned out it was. It turned out that these kind of videos, this, me speaking my mind, my heart, whatever, was helpful to people. I got messages. Can I please still listen to your videos? Can I do this? Yeah, like, of course. Because I don't share this information. I don't feel for my own purpose. Here's what this bigger picture is. I was not put here just to lose weight and share people that story. Not at all. I was put here to be able to learn things so that I could twist those and maybe present them in a way to the regular general public that they feel they can apply to their own life. And that's what this is. This is for me, all of the different books that I have read, and trust me, I'm not a reader. So I will tell you, you can get an app on your phone, you download Audible, and you start listening to it. I listen to my books when I put on my makeup in the morning. That's a good half hour a day that I can listen to my book and do something. So I'm not wasting any time, right? Because otherwise I would have the TV on. So I replace TV at that time with my book, and I go to town and I educate myself. I'm reprogramming the way that I was born, the way that I was trained, the different things that I went through as, a kid into adulthood, the different pains that I went through, the things that I created myself, all these big problems and, self-conscious moments and the self-esteem that I didn't have. Guys, I used to be freaking over 100 pounds overweight. Okay? I know I was on the verge of going morbidly obese. In this dark, dark place of thinking, what else is it? What else? Like, what the hell are you doing with your life? And I'm not saying this to tell you you need to lose weight or any of that. I'm saying this so that you understand you have so much power. And you don't have to wait for tomorrow morning when your feet hit the floor to decide that. You can decide that right now. You can decide to be so freaking amazing because you are. You already are. But you have to know that what's deep in your heart and with those things that you feel, those things that you sometimes shove down, you hide, you don't want to show people because you're scared of what they're going to say or they're going to laugh at you, fuck them. For real. If it's a person that you really think is going to laugh at you, why do you want them in your life? You have to cut some ties. And I'm not saying you need to break any relationships or whatever. Deal with that, but learn more from books first and you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. What I am saying is understand how very strong, how very powerful, and how very magical we each were created to live. I think we settle, we get stuck, we don't think that we are valid or valuable or, worthy of wanting to do something so powerful and so magical. And I sit here in my messy office with my crazy hair, and I literally just got done with my workout, and I think, the girl that I started out as would never have freaking ever taken a picture with her hair like this. She probably would have never done her hair like this. This is just to get my hair out of my face so I could do my workout, right? She would never have come on a video and cussed almost every cuss word that I can say. There are others, but I won't say them because I do have a little bit of class. And she probably wouldn't be almost in tears because she wouldn't even have pushed go live on the phone, right? So this is a big deal. These are moments that I like to celebrate, and these are things I'm not telling you need to go live and you need to cry and you need to do anything. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you need to get a little bit scary. And that could just be standing up for yourself today because maybe you don't usually do that. Or it could be taking a selfie of yourself where you smile and you just say, I'm happy today, and share it. Because I'm going to tell you a little secret. People love to see happy things. People love, here's the other thing, you got to understand too, people love the fucking drama. Okay, so if you can be that light for somebody, instead of being that little negative drama freak, go with the light always. Because the drama is always going to be there. We all have it. We all have it. Okay, all of us. Yes. But you don't have to share that stuff. Stuff that you feel needs to stay private because you want to actually, you know, have a normal, maybe relationship or whatever it is. Keep it private. Nobody on Facebook needs to know that shit. But if you're having a struggle and you reach out to people on, you know, to share on social media or in a message or whatever, do it. Be open about it, because if you're struggling with it, chances are someone else is struggling too. And the fact that you were brave enough to share about it, a lot of times opens up other people to share too. That's what I've learned. So I'm going to leave you with this before I get too crazy. My husband sent me this quote a few days ago, and he had gotten it from something, I don't even know, some personal development thing he was doing. And it says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own lights shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. Yes. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So, how many of you can relate to the fact that we shrink down our goals, we shrink down the life that we think we should be living, we shrink down all of these things because we don't want other people to feel bad. We don't want other people to think ill of themselves because they maybe haven't accomplished it. I know I've done it. I've done it many, many times. And it's, when I read this, when he sent this to me, it was like lightning went off. It was literally like this energy burst because it thought, what the hell am I doing? Why have I been so stuck in a chicken shit syndrome? Like, for real. And literally, can I tell you, the chicken shit syndrome was just born as I sat down to do this video. I did not have this thinking, you know, whatever. I have not had this planned. This was just something that spoke to my heart today as I was listening to my book on my phone while I did my workout. And it made me really think. She was talking about money and our relationship with money and how we look at money and how we feel scarcity. I feel like our society lives in nothing but scarcity. And if you've never looked up the word scarcity, go look it up, understand it, really study it, because we live this life where we buy, you know, buy one, get one free. We buy the dollar menu. We buy all of these things abundantly. For example, cereal that's on sale, all this shit, right? We buy all of this. But I hear people complain to me that it costs too much to eat healthy. And I think I've done this where we've had cheat nights and we've gone and we've gotten a bunch of junk food, and it costs more for one night of junk food, like Oreos, junk shit food, and all this stuff, than it costs for the two of us to eat for the entire week. Healthy. Now that's buying fresh produce, fresh protein, all these things. So I can't get behind that way of thinking. It's scarcity. Scarcity, scarcity, scarcity. So listening to that, I thought, well, it's chicken shit. Like, it's bullshit. We all know that we are much more valuable than we put out into the world, than we allow the world to give us, right? We go to work, we work these jobs where we make 10 cents an hour, more than that really, but it feels like it, because when you get your paycheck once a month, you're like, what did I just do and how am I going to survive on this? Let's be real. That was why I decided to join Beachbody, so that I could make more money because I needed extra income. Now that income is supporting me. There's power in choices. There's power in action. But you have to be willing to get a little bit scary. Stop playing it safe. And, not compete or worry about what others are doing. Put your blinders on and just go for it. Because excuses, my dad had a saying growing up, excuses are like a-holes. Everybody has one. Okay. And it's true. Absolutely true. And even me, some days, right? So I will leave you with this. Your choice can happen at any moment. You do not have to, wait until Monday morning to start pushing play on a workout, or eating healthy, or drinking more water, or getting more sleep, whatever it might be. Quitting smoking, whatever it is, right? You can choose that literally right now. So do it. Stop making excuses for yourself and go after those dreams that you feel deep in your heart that you actually want to accomplish. Because when you do, you get rewarded and you won't even realize it. You won't know where it's coming from, but it's going to happen because you're putting these vibes into the universe that you are ready for some freaking amazing stuff. And when you give that vibe out, you receive it back way more than what you put out there. Okay? And it goes with negative too. So understand that. If you're keep getting negative all the time, stop putting negative out there. Own your shit and stop. Stop having a BS lifestyle. Chicken shit syndrome. Stop. Be brave. Go forth and be brave. This was a brave video for me to do. It feels very raw. It feels like I'm, rambling at this point, but I hope that served as something that is helpful for you, something that motivates you to go and make even the tiniest change. And I'm not saying you need to, completely change your life and quit your job and any of that. Don't do that. Apply where you need to apply this so that you can have a better lifestyle, so you can live to your potential, because deep in here, it's a lot bigger than what we are currently doing. And if you're one of the freaking rock stars who's watching this, then congratulations. I aim to be like you, okay? So I'm going to leave you with that. Go make a choice. Stop living in BS and own your greatness. You have the power. Just go make the choice. Okay, bye guys.